Son pronta a te.
Hello and welcome back to the Academy of Bel Canto and the Mystery Bel Canto podcast. As always, my name is Joseph Cianciulli and I am your host. I am the founder of the Academy of Bel Canto. We are talking today about mezza di voce. When we talk about mezza di voce, most of the time today's singers are muscling mezza di voce. I'm going to keep this lesson a little bit short because it's actually quite simple. When you're thinking about mezza di voce, you have to first understand physically, have a physical sensation connected to the very, very simple state of resonance that the sound is allowed to grow from. If you don't have a sensation of the very, very simple connection of squillo, the very simple connection of the stoppage of breath, connected with posture, connected with a release of the sound, release of squillo, to the to la maschera, or to the eye teeth, or to the inner smile. If you don't have that connection, or you're muscling in the pharynx, what you're going to get when you have mezza di voce is what a lot of times you're hearing today, which is a muscled mezza di voce, and it kind of sounds dull. When the singer comes back to focus at the end of the mezza di voce, they grow from a small place and they grow, and then the sound comes back into focus. It doesn't actually focus with vibrancy. It focuses with a dull quality of tone. So if we take the end of una furtiva lagrima, non c'è, si può morire, si morir, da, it's in passaggio, and what they'll do is they'll go, no, and you get that kind of cry, if you will, of a pianissimo. Yeah, it goes all the sound, and then all of a sudden it's almost like they're squeezing something or holding something back, and you can see it in the body. Oh, this is not mezza di voce. Mezza di voce, as it was explained to me, is a focused resonance being allowed, or the body being allowed to release more resonance, and then you return to the focus. Yeah. But if you've never felt the focus of squillo, and then felt the squillo leading body, being allowed to lead body in first the middle voice, and then the appoggiare, after the appoggio is discovered, and then the passaggio, with appoggio being guided through passaggio, you're going to have a very difficult time singing mezza di voce, a true bel canto mezza di voce. So again, we're always talking about these concepts being derived from the bel canto era singers, and that's why when you hear the mezza di voce of those singers, it's very, very different than that of today's. So what I mean is, when you have si può morir d'amor, I'm going to start from a very focused resonance. I'm going to allow through the posture more sound, and then I'm going to return to that focus. Dan said it's almost like you think about the nares bone. The focus happens here and or here, and then you allow the sound to release up and outward, but you kind of see it go to the eyes, and then you allow it to move back to that focus point of resonance. Yes, so you start from a very focused place through the posture, not just the posture of the chest and the upper torso, but also the jaw being allowed to get more length, still pillar holding a high place for the ah. You allow the body to release, and then you allow it to refocus. And this is why when we talk about allowing body to move through, or allowing the sound to move through the posture, when you allow it, you can't rush it. If you're rushing it, you're pushing it. So you need to allow sound to release through the posture, and then you need to allow it to come back to that simple focus connection without squeezing. No squeezing. All it is it's through intention. So there's many people today who would say, well, that's very, it's a very difficult thing to think about, just intention. Well, intention is what starts sound. Yeah, you can talk about all the intrinsic musculature, the extrinsic muscles. You can talk about how the folds vibrate and the muscles that engage. But what is it that starts the sound? It's your intention to sing or speak. So while it may seem woo-woo to some people, especially the voice science people, it's actually a very basic concept. You think that you're going to speak, and you speak. Your intention does guide the voice. It does have an impact on the voice, and the double slit experiment tells you that. Yes, the idea that your intention, the observer effect, does influence reality. So intention is very important in singing. Now, one more time, you start from a very focused resonance. So this has been your introduction to Messa di Voce. If you have any questions, as always, reach out to us at the Academy of Bel Canto. We have more information about our books, our online courses. We have information about lessons there. You can reach out to us with a discovery call, and we will have workshops coming up. One other announcement that we are going to be kind of starting pretty soon is we're going to do a weekly live session for anybody interested who can just jump on for free. We'll be talking about some Bel Canto concepts to voice building for our teachers, for singers. They could be helpful as well. We'll talk about some stylistic and vocal coaching things as well. And then I will always finish by singing either an aria, a song, or an art song, something to exemplify the technique in my own voice. But that will be starting very, very soon. So if you have any questions, reach out to us, but we will see you for our next excerpt.